And here he is next to Stan Lee. Wait a second. Where's Chameleon?
Excelsior! Excelsior!
Bro.
Get out!
Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review. Today we are looking at Chameleon from the brand new Spider-Man Retro Collection Wave. I am loving this retro style packaging. Here's a look at the back of the box, which has a bio. The half-brother of Kraven the Hunter and enemy of Spider-Man, Chameleon is a master of disguise and ultimate undercover spy. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the review. Created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, the Chameleon made his very first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1, all the way back in March of 1963. Alright, let's take a look at the sculpt and the paint apps for Chameleon. Kicking it off with the boots. Like, they look almost identical. There's just like very subtle nuances in the sculpt for each one. You can see on the back, like this one has like an extra fold on top of these other folds. This one doesn't. Love all those wrinkles, all those creases up there by the ankles. There's even some crease marks right there by the toes. You can see like a line going around the sole of the shoe. The sculpt for the boots, especially for an animated character, was done really well. We move up to the legs, and I recognize these legs. I don't know where they're from, but I've seen these somewhere before. They aren't new. I'm sure of it. But yeah, just the musculature of it, kind of not a fan of it. I'll show you why shortly, but I will say it's sculpted really nicely, and there's lots of paint apps in the crevices of those muscles. You can see lots of shading. Ooh, some chameleon butt right there. You get lots of like wrinkles up here right underneath the belt piece. You get like one singular stretch mark going across. I'm sorry, 3 of them. It's just like, they're so subtle, like it's really hard to notice. You have some lines going down the center right here. A very subtle amount of shading in those lines. This is where I start running into issues with the figure. As you can see, like all around the torso, it is like a very baggy. It isn't very form-fitting, which is like a stark contrast to the legs, which are just like bulging out of his pants. Kind of wish it was like a little bit smoother like it is up here. But that being said, like, yeah, I love this torso, how wide it is. Very, very Spider-Man 94 looking. You see on the back, there's lots of wrinkles there too. And down the center, yeah, there's definitely some shading going down that line. Some more creases right there by the shoulder. And then at the neck, you get like this turtleneck collar piece, which is a darker blue. It has like lots of segments in it. Some shading in between those lines as well. His belt, I think the sculpt of it is perfect. It looks one-to-one with the show. Love the different colors used. You have the little control module here, and that has a gold outline, and it's filled in with a metallic blue, and man, it just looks beautiful. But the issue is that it sits a little too high on the body. In the show, it also had that effect where it was just like resting a little high. So this figure, it doesn't really translate it well. And because of that, it just sits way too high. It's above the waist joint right here. And you can try like moving it down, but it's just too small. You move this part down, the back's gonna look all weird. Yeah, a bummer. The shoulder pads, these pieces are great because they move with the arms, but because of the way it was in the packaging, it is a bit warped, at least mine is. I imagine it's supposed to be just like perfectly like circular like this. It's not supposed to be circle, flat, and then circle again. He has those baggy arms, has lots of wrinkles in there, and it all ends with these wrist cuffs. It's like the same orange used for the strap right here. I like how the costume tucks in underneath those. Oh, that head sculpt looks awesome. Despite it just being like a super simplistic design, like they kind of loaded it. Oh, it's getting too bright. Oh no, what have I done? I made it worse. You can see like the added shading in between the eyebrows, underneath the eyes, even in the nostrils, like they added some darker paint in there. Yeah, like I've said in numerous Hasbro Marvel Legends videos, their head sculpts always on top. Looks fantastic. Looks really good. For accessories, Chameleon comes with 2 fisted hands, 2 trigger gripping hands, which he can use to hold his rifle, which I'll say I don't mind. I know in my Agent Venom review, I really didn't like this piece coming with him. I think much of that is due to like it being sculpted in a much brighter gray and also having some paint apps for the grip right here. And he also comes with this J. Jonah Jameson mask. This looks ghastly. Empty eye sockets, just how deflated it looks. There are some like indents on the back of the head right there, which you're able to have Chameleon hold in his hand like so. Really would have liked like some more of these mask effects. I like this inclusion, just wish there was a bit more. For articulation, the head is able to move up this much and look down that much. He has like the tiniest amount of pivot, but he does have side to side movement. He's able to move his arm up this much, rotation at the shoulder, upper bicep swivel, and a double jointed elbow that's able to bend in this much. Your standard wrist hinge allowing his hand to move up, down, and twist all the way around. He has a mid ab crunch which allows him to bend back this much and go forward that much. He has a waist swivel. He's able to kick his leg up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back a small amount. Upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee that's able to bend back this much, upper calf rotation, and he's able to move his foot this far down, this far up, and he has Now going over size comparisons, here is Chameleon next to Agent Venom and Electro, Spider-Man Unlimited and Spider-Boy, Kane Parker and Night Spider, J. Jonah Jameson and Kraven the Hunter, Rhino and Dr. Octopus, I was too lazy to put his tentacles in, Mysterio and Vulture, I was too lazy to put his wings in, Shocker and Scorpion, and then we have Amazing Fantasy 15 and Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, as well as Ultimate and 90s Animated Spider-Man, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, Stanley and Squirrel Girl, and finally Jeff the Landshark and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Chameleon here a final rating of 8 out of 10. Just like Francine Fry, Electro, like this is one that barely skirts by to be an 8 out of 10. It doesn't really go like truly above and beyond by any means, except for like that J. Jonah Jameson mask. Would have liked the belt to go down a little lower, those legs to be just as baggy as like the upper torso and the arms. He's really fun to pose. That's where it like really won me over. I was gonna give him 7.5, but then like after posing him off camera, and he's just so much fun to pose, so much fun to put with other figures. As it stands, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about the figure. I would love to see your guys' opinions, and while you're at it, like and subscribe, and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Here's a look at the back of the box, which has a bio and a double. There's a crow outside. Adds to the depth. My stomach just growled.